Hi, my name is Christian, and I am coming to you live from our campaign headquarters at 54 Church Street in Milford, Pennsylvania. And I just wanted to give you some information about mail-in ballots and what to do if there's any issues. So, if you requested a mail-in ballot, great. But if it hasn't arrived yet, or if you haven't filled it out and sent it back in yet, don't send it back in now. The post office is doing the best that they can, but unfortunately, if you send it now, it might not get there in time for election day. And if it does not arrive at the county elections office by 8 p.m., it won't count. So, don't worry, you have some options. If you still have your mail-in ballot and all the envelopes it came with, and it is completely blank, if you haven't filled out any part of it yet, you can take your mail-in ballot with all the envelopes it came with down to your local voting location, turn it into the elections office, or the elections officials, excuse me, and they will void your mail-in ballot and then let you vote regularly. If you did already mark your mail-in ballot, please fill it out and bring it directly to the elections office at the courthouse in Montrose, which is 31 Lake Avenue in Montrose, Pennsylvania. You can just bring it right up to the elections office and they will take your ballot and it will be counted on election day. If for some reason you sent in your mail-in ballot a while ago, but it still hasn't been marked as returned, then we have some more options for you. So to check whether or not your mail-in ballot has been received by the elections office, you can either go to pavoterservices.pa.gov and then click on, election ballot status. That button will take you to a form that you can fill out, and it will let you know if your ballot has been received or not. Or if you don't want to go online, you can just call our local elections office in Susquehanna County at 570-278-6697, and they should be able to tell you. So, worst case scenario, you sent your mail-in ballot in already, but it's election morning and you've been checking and they haven't received it yet. Don't worry, your vote can still count. So if you've sent your mail-in ballot in, but they have not received it by election day, you can vote either at the courthouse, at the elections office, or at your local voting location. You can go in, explain to the folks on the election board what happened, and say that you want to vote using a provisional ballot. So you'll be able to vote on the provisional ballot. They'll take that at the end of the day, bring it to the courthouse with the rest of the votes. Now, just in case anybody's worried, no, voting on a provisional ballot does not mean that you get to vote twice. They will set aside the provisional ballots, and as they're counting votes, if they find a provisional ballot and a regular ballot that were voted by the same person, the provisional ballot will not count. But say you sent in your mail-in ballot, but it didn't get there in time, your provisional ballot will count, and then when your mail-in ballot arrives later, that will be canceled and they will count your provisional ballot instead. So just keep these things in mind and make sure that you're ready to go just in case anything happens, because your vote is critically important. And if you have any issues and you have to go vote in person, either at the elections office or your local voting precinct, and you need transportation, please send us a message and we'll get you hooked up with one of our volunteer drivers who will be happy to take you to vote. So your vote's important. Hang in there. We're almost at election day.